Let's take it to the Biden family before we get into the nuclear war stuff. We got this from Real Clear Politics Average. Joe Biden's aggregate approval rating hit a new record low today at 37.7%. This is the aggregate. This is not one biased poll. This is all of them. And Biden. New York Times released a poll with Biden at 33%. Oof.
I mean, even before he started screwing up as president, I remember when the primaries were happening, I was like, there's no way. No one's going to vote for this guy. This isn't happening. And then
I think it's finally at the number of who voted for him.
Yeah. Seriously. They finally did accurate math.
Yeah.
37.7.
Do you think that if he came out and was like, okay, everybody, it's true, Hunter has a problem, I put him on, I just laid it all out, I sent him where he needs to go, that it would make it worse for him?
It would.
So he's lying. So he has to lie.
I would respect him. He has a problem. We put him into treatment.
But
I don't know.
Most people
that's
don't know
the wrong
about
focal point.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if the PSYOP is leaking these images of Hunter to stop us from talking about Sinopec or the emails. Let's just say the business dealings from Hunter, Joe, and Hunter's business partners.
Perfect
the photographs. Yeah, all of a sudden everyone's like, "Oh, look at Hunter naked," and it's like he's got an email where he's talking about 10% for the big guy and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, if that's true, it worked on me. That was the joke I made earlier, where it's like, why would you make the delinquent kid in charge of all this stuff? So, like, if it is that, it worked.
He put him on a board of an oil company, a Ukrainian oil company.
Well, he put him there.
He didn't put him there?
Let's just say the assumption would be, what we know is that Hunter Biden, along with, I think, like former CIA,
of course,
was on the board of Burisma.
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
Hunter Biden.
Just so happened to push a quid pro quo with the president of Ukraine to fire a prosecutor who just so happened to be investigating the company where his son was a board member. It's all coincidence, mind you. Sure. Because Joe said he didn't even talk to Hunter about any of his business dealings. I mean, except for that one time they're in a photo together with all of his business partners. And that other time that he left a voicemail for his son about his Chinese business dealings.
Yeah, Tim, God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's also Enron got a new VP the last week, and he was like, wow, and I thought I'd be stuck in the mailroom all these years.
That's good. So I don't think, here's a scary thought. Joe Biden, what's happening now with the Biden family, with Joe, with gas, with sending 1 million barrels Sinopec.
That's really bad.
But will it matter in 2 years? Will people remember? Nah, Joe Biden will come out it'll be 2 years, and the news cycle will be like, Joe Biden farted again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in 2 years, yeah, that'll be about it. I don't think he'll be able to do much else. It'll be like it's almost a flat line.
Pretty much.
I can't personally let go of the Afghanistan surrender.
That one drives you nuts.
He left all this $8 billion worth of equipment.
I'm with you, man.
How many tens of thousands of people to die with their babies, to die to the Taliban, getting their heads blown off, in plain sight of people that are right behind the wall, watching it happen because he took all he evacuated and routed the troop.
I think it was punishment.
Yeah. But
I think he was punishing the anti-war
people.
Look
what a bad choice Trump made by saying we were going to be out on that day, everyone. See what happens when you pull out on that day. But you don't have to pull out on the day you say you're going to pull out on. If you're not ready, you don't do it.
Right. And so did Obama. I mean, he said he was going to do that too. And it's like, when you look at it, he pulled it out and it's like you left. Military dogs alone made me angry. But then you left, look at all the equipment. Look at all the people that you left behind. That's what pissed me off about all of it. It's like then you come back and you're going to start what? Having the IRS dig through a bunch of people's taxes who legitimately paid, make arbitrary rules and start taking more money from them while printing money while you leave billions of dollars of our equipment over there.
Yeah.
Everything about it makes me absolutely sick.
Yeah, I think Tim's right about this. I think this is the perfect distraction because you just pull all the attention away from stuff that's actually legitimately concerning.
Absolutely.
Like Afghanistan, for one, there's so many other disasters going on right now. And all we're doing is talking about Hunter Biden being a crackhead.
And again, in all seriousness, addiction is horrible.
Could you imagine that they're these psyops people walk into the Situation Room with Joe, and it's like, this is really bad for you, Mr. President, this Afghanistan stuff, what can we do? And they're like, we have one proposal, sir. We need to get Hunter more crack. He's like, let's leak it to the press.
Yeah. What if Hunter's just this great dude desperately trying to get sober, and he's just like, no, I'm working on myself. I found Buddhism. I'm meditating. And they're just slipping him more.
No, they're your country needs you, son.
Then all of a sudden,
okay.
Then all of a sudden, Hunter comes out from under the desk and is like, I'm working on it.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
If he wasn't if he wasn't put on the board of Burisma, or if he didn't make his way up to the board of Burisma somehow, I wouldn't be concerned with his activities. I really wouldn't care.
No.
I don't care. He's just a family member of the president.
yeah.
But that Joe's been working with them so intricately, and the guy's naked with prostitutes.
Yeah.
and
Do we
cocaine
do
and
we
stuff.
do
It's
we
like,
have
well,
to worry about? I know a lot of people like to say, "Oh, I don't care to talk about the Trump family," and they're not in office right now. But it's assumed within the fall, Trump is going to announce he's running. Maybe he just unveiled the newly renovated, modernized 757.
Yeah.
He's going to be running. All the people we've had on the show who worked with Trump have said he's going to be running.
Yeah.
Is there any fair criticism of his family? Are we overlooking anything with Trump Jr.?
Question.
Now, I'll be right off the bat. I'm pretty sure none of them are doing crack or transporting prostitutes or anything close to that. If there was anything close to that, it would be every major story, every major headline. But my question is more so the more important things like business dealings.
Yes. Like, so the only thing that I saw that really like caught my eye was that Ivanka Trump supposedly used sweatshop labor, which I know Beyonce does as well. So it's not really a fair shot.
Well, so
at
she's
it, but-
basically like Beyonce then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but it's hard not to be involved with
Well, I like
sweatshop
Ivanka.
labor.
That's
glamorous.
Like if you use Teespring to sell your T-shirts, they're probably sourcing them
Yeah.
from Chinese sweatshops.
Yeah,
Right.
Hey, we used to.
Yeah,
I know.
but I mean,
Hey, welcome to the fascist
hard.
reality
Yeah.
of
No, I think it's
I'm
Bangladesh.
sorry that your perfect
gotta
little
be
fingers
Bangladesh.
can make a great shirt.
no, right?
Yeah, look, I got these hands with calluses from playing the guitar.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Do
I don't know. I don't know where
Old,
Teespring is
terrible
sourcing their
hands.
shirts.
that. We need
could be wrong about
children to do our labor.
I can make Nikes. This young boy can.
He's very talented.
That's the argument is that
gifted.
they're better off getting 25 cents per day than not having jobs at all.
I mean-
which is like the craziest
That's
thing.
the worst.
I mean,
It's
that's
like,
what you told me when you hired me.
It's
for
like
casting.
no.
Yeah.
It's so funny because it's like
You're
no,
better off
they're
than being
they're
homeless.
children.
Yeah, sure.
It's like no, they're children. They're better off not having jobs at all.
Yeah,
that'd be
they're better
disagree.
off playing.
Yeah.
I think kids need jobs. I think kids need jobs.
I
think.
like allowance jobs. That's
Yeah,
what
not
I do
like
with my
16
son.
hours.
Yeah.
Or, no, but I mean like family business jobs.
Yeah.
Like take out the trash.
Yeah, mow the
That's what I
lawn.
do with my son. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it used to be great when kids would work with dad, but not to the extent where they're like in a factory sewing industrial
No.
level or anything like that.
Yeah, they're not. Like you would hold the flashlight for your dad, not actually build a car.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, but being an assistant, an apprentice, doing like my family had a cafe, so taking out the trash and ringing people up and stuff. That's the kind of job kids need.
Hey, it looks like
Kids-
Teespring
Yeah.
may actually not use slave labor, but they ship from the EU if you're ordering internationally, and then
interesting.
from Kentucky if you're ordering domestically. Shout out to Teespring if that's
Wow.
the deal, man.
Yeah.
Well, I got a
Ultimate
problem with
apology.
those filthy Europeans, so I actually am going to go back to the Chinese slave labor
It's actually
for my shirts.
it's young European pickpockets.
That's awesome.
I had a guy try rob me when I was in Barcelona.
Seriously?
Barcelona.
Yeah, he was acting drunk, Barcelona, and he was like putting his arm around me, and I was pushing him off, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, come on," and then he grabbed my phone. It was on a clip on my bag because I was working. He grabbed it and pulled, and then I swatted him away, and he didn't get it, and then he went, "Ooh," pointed at me, and then sobered up like that and just walked off.
Wow.
Because he knew he lost it. He knew like he has one chance to pretend like he wasn't causing problems.
Yes.
No,
But
I like that he just ended it by being like, well played, and just
Well
dipped
played.
off into the night.
I mean, he just could. My phone was on a clip, and he grabbed it and pulled, and it was stuck to my bag.
Yeah.
I was like, pull harder. I don't know.
well,
mad
as
at
I'm
me.
reading more about Teespring, I
Oh,
don't
no.
know. People are saying they don't know. Teespring doesn't disclose where they actually produce their stuff
The
from.
next one is just puppy fur being made into
Oh,
shirts.
no.
I'll be looking into this as the days
They throw
Alright.
puppies into a grinder.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, I gotta admit I was way off. Don't eat Imes.
Now you're ragging on Imes.
No, I'm only doing that because they did stuff too.
Yeah, they deserve to.
Oh,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah,
They
yeah.
sure do.
What did they do?
Yeah.
Oh, they had like
Horse?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. No, it was with puppies. Like they really.
Recycling puppies.
Yeah, it was
no.
bad.
Good.
It
That
was
was
no.
good.
They did bad things. I don't buy their brands.
serving
Maybe
dog
they-
meat. They were serving dog meat secretly.
Yeah, I think or like testing the meats in ways that were just horrible. Like
Yeah,
I remember
animal
seeing a lot of
testing.
beagles like stacked
Really
on top of
bad,
each other,
yeah.
which could have just been Fauci's house. But
Makes
there weren't a
sense.
lot of flies though.
I want to go back and mention, when we talk about like the Trump family, I mentioned it because they're probably going to be running, but you look at how they go after like Barron.
Yeah.
Remember when they attacked him for his name,
Yeah.
and things
Guy?
like that. He's like a teenager.
And for being special needs,
Oh yeah,
He's pretty
did they?
special.
isn't he?
I don't know. I think he's a little autistic.
He's slightly autistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, wow.
a math genius or something.
Yeah.
know.
Which is
Like-
always like, that's what a horrible.
Remember
mental-
when
That
they-
would have been really funny if you were trying to defend him and you're like, when they went after him for being special needs, he's not special needs. Oh, well, I thought he was special
Oh.
needs.
I feel for Barron the whole time.
I kind of felt like that was happening right now.
Remember when they ran this big story claiming that Don Jr. had privy to access to WikiLeaks?
Oh, really?
And then it turned out to be fake. They were like, the email that he sent about WikiLeaks came like well after WikiLeaks had already published a bunch of stuff, and they were trying to make it seem like they were colluding with Russia.
I mean, I'll do my patented Timcast old liberal confession where I never read stories on the Trump kids, but just from the headlines I would see or the way people would talk about them, I totally just assumed they were just these like privileged drug addicts. I kind of assumed they were the same as like similar to like Hunter Biden types. And I didn't know anything. I don't know.
Meanwhile, Don Jr.'s out there handing cans of soup to the homeless.
right.
And
I certainly didn't see that story.
yeah, I don't know if he's actually doing that either. But
You know
he's
who's
just
like
certainly
Hunter
not.
Biden, though, is Nancy Pelosi's son, Paul Pelosi Jr. He has a wild history, too. He's not as bad a drug addict, but he's every bit as corrupt, I think. He might have been used as patsy, too.
His dad drove drunk.
Yep.
Was it his?
That was his father.
That was recently, right?
That was very
Yeah.
recent.
Well, yeah. His wife wanted to have sex and
Poor
drove
guy.
into a Jeep.
Okay, all right. You. This is your fault.
Oh, did we get pulled off?
No.
No. You opened the door
Yeah.
in the court of Timcast, and now I got to mention that photo of Nancy Pelosi that went viral.
Oh, no. Tim,
Yeah.
why would you do
Oh,
that?
I
How
photoshopped it
dare
with my
you.
face on it.
Oh, good. Did you really?
Oh, my
My-
Walking with Hillary and
gosh.
AOC.
So
I didn't know it was
painful.
her at first.
My friend Allie did.
One of my friends
Definitely.
texted it to me and goes, Jamie's about to become a neo-lib. And I like opened it and I was like, oh no.
Okay, for those that don't know,
How
it
dare
was
you.
Nancy Pelosi going to the beach. And
Good for her.
Bazongas would be the cartoon word I would use.
Yeah.
Massive.
I was
Her back
stunned.
hurts.
I mean,
who was
yeah.
it who tweeted like, "I'm ashamed at how I feel right
Jesse.
now"?
Yeah.
Jesse.
Jesse-
Kelly.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse did it.
Jesse
And I was like,
Were they-
I'm not. I do not. That is.
I feel like
terrifying.
all the pills she takes go right to her breast.
The alcohol.
I'm still depressed, but these are huge.
It's great.
Oh no.
Just shaking like maracas.
Can we?
Oh, that's
let's-
Vicodin.
Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. But if you want to check out the full show live, tune in Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. And if you want more special access content, head over to timcast.com and become a member. Your membership helps sustain this company, keep our journalists employed, makes this show happen, and you will get access to exclusive members-only segments of the Timcast IRL podcast, and there's a massive library to check out. So again, go to timcast.com or tune in Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., and we'll see you all there.